You got any thoughts?
Yeah. So honestly, right now, I believe if the season ended today, I think he would probably win. So this year, he's been averaging 30. He's shooting really well. His 3-point percentage is over 40 now. He's not taking 10 a game, but still, 11 boards, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. So his stats have been a little better, right? But the main thing is he's been really healthy compared to previously, and I think that was always the biggest thing with him is conditioning, availability, not being injured. We've seen him in the playoffs where he's had to take a game off, and you can't do that when you get into the later rounds because every game is so crucial. If you're the best guy, like your team kind of needs you there. But here's the thing too: is they're number one in the East, which plays a huge factor. And in some games, he has been very, very, very dominant. I know the Bulls game, he dropped 50. He was shooting over like 55, 60%. And he pretty much willed them to victory. I mean, they would just pass him the ball in the post and it was game over. He'd either draw a foul or just bully Wendell Carter. So I really think he has a strong narrative right now, at least in the media. What are your thoughts on him so far?
I would agree with you. I think obviously the odds have LeBron as the favorite to win it.
Yeah, they do.
I think right now I would pick Embiid. I think he's been shown throughout the season that he basically can't be stopped. No one's really done anything to stop him. I like the statistical improvement too that he's shooting. What was it? Last year he was shooting 33 from three. Now he's at like 41. And last year he was shooting 47 from the field. Now he's at 51. And one thing that's really impressed me is off the bat in a lot of games, he usually doesn't go too much attack mode, and he has a very nice off the jab jumper.
And his heavy dribble, his heavy shot is very nice. Like I don't feel like he used to do that all the time, but he does it a lot more now. And it's, I mean, he's 7'2", so
yeah. And
no one's blocking it.
When he's hitting that, then you're gonna have to respect the shot and step up more. And if Joel Embiid gets any sort of leverage on you as a defender, you're toast. He's either getting the bucket, getting the dunk, or he's getting fouled. And another thing too, I believe his free throw percentage too is 86%.
Yeah, that's elite for a center, especially.
So yeah, he's impressed me all around in his game so far this year. And I if I'm picking right now, I'm giving Embiid the MVP.
That's fair. And we haven't even brought up one of his best aspects, and that's him being the anchor of their defense, right? You know, he plays in the paint. It's pretty tough if there's a 280-pounder who's 7'2", and you're trying to go in, and he's also nimble on his feet with good footwork. It's going to be tough to score. I don't really see too many times where he's just getting like back down or anything like that. So he's an absolute anchor in the center. And yeah, that's huge too with their team being the first in the East. So you see over time, I think one of the only times it hasn't been a top 3 seed player who's won it was Russell Westbrook in 2017. But every other time, you're usually like the first, second, or third seed in your conference. So he fits that. Is there anything that would happen or would have to happen for him to not win it at this point, do you think, or be the favorite?
I think one thing that could affect him is as he keeps up his dominance role, they're going to probably be sending more doubles at him. Maybe he's going to have to be a better passer, or maybe turnovers could start to downgrade his MVP narrative this year. And then along with that, just every time he goes up against an elite defender matchup, because he can drop 50 on the Bulls. The Bulls have arguably the worst big men in the league. But when he goes up against the Utah Jazz with Gobert or some of these other elite center defenders, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays into it. So I would say how he handles the double and how he handles elite defenders could downgrade or upgrade his narrative. What about you, though? What other factors?
Yeah. So to your point, I know I think it was recently, he actually kind of outplayed Miles Turner like pretty badly and just absolutely killed him. So, and we know Miles Turner's been really good this year, right? So there's that. And then, yeah, for me, if he stays healthy this whole year, I think he would probably be the favorite. So if he plays over 70 games, I think it'd be pretty hard to argue against him if his team is still up there. But yeah, over the years, he hasn't played over 70 games. I don't even know if he has played over 70 games more than once or twice, but that's a huge issue because if you're missing 20 games and your team's still up there, like, are you as valuable as we think you are if your team can still win without you?